Have you ever caught yourself doing something and just froze for a second? Like, wait, why did I just do that? Why did I react like that? Why did I say that? Why did I push that person away when I actually wanted them close? And the worst part? You already know that little voice in your head that goes, "Girl, wasn't this the exact thing you promised yourself you'd never become?" Yeah, that voice. Because sometimes the scariest thing isn't changing. It's realizing that a little piece of the past you thought you left behind might still be walking around with you. Maybe you promised yourself you'd never become cold like someone who hurt you. Maybe you promised yourself you'd stop running away whenever things started getting real. Maybe you promised yourself you'd finally become that version of you that you keep talking about at 2 a.m. when you're having your little "tomorrow is the day I change my life" moment. But then tomorrow comes, and somehow those old habits are already there, like they pay rent. And honestly, that's the part nobody talks about. Your brain is not always chasing the best choice. Sometimes it reaches for the choice it recognizes. Your brain is kind of like that friend who keeps taking you back to the same restaurant because, hey, at least we know what we're getting. Even though last time the food was honestly questionable. Because your mind remembers patterns. It remembers what you survived. It remembers what you've repeated. And sometimes, without asking permission, it starts confusing what is familiar with what is safe. But listen, just because you repeat a pattern does not mean that pattern is who you are. It means somewhere along the way, you learned it. And anything you learned, you can slowly learn something new. You are not stuck being the version of yourself you created just to survive. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to look at an old version of yourself and say, "I understand why you did that. I know you were trying to protect me. But listen, we're not living like that anymore." Because growth isn't waking up one morning and magically becoming a completely different person. Sometimes growth is catching yourself in the middle of an old pattern and choosing a different ending. But choosing a different ending shouldn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like 6:30 in the morning, your alarm goes off, and technically, you're awake. You know you should get up, but your pillow leans in like, "Hey, 5 more minutes won't destroy your future." So you hit snooze. 5 minutes becomes 25. Now you're late, irritated, and somehow blaming the alarm. Later, you open that assignment you've been avoiding. You stare at it for 6 seconds, then suddenly decide your desk needs reorganizing. Your room hasn't been this clean in months. The assignment? Still untouched. Then you see an opportunity you actually want. A job, a course, an application. You read every detail, imagine yourself getting accepted, and press save for later. Because applying means they could reject you. Saving it means you can keep imagining that they wouldn't. And then there's that conversation you know you need to have. Someone keeps doing something that hurts you. You type the honest message. Read it, delete it, then send, "It's fine." It is not fine. But pretending it is saves you from an uncomfortable conversation tonight. See, comfort rarely walks into your life and announces, "I'm here to ruin everything." No, comfort sounds reasonable. It says, "Not today. Wait until you feel ready. Just keep the peace. One more episode." And honestly, That's why it works. It doesn't ask you to give up forever. It only asks you to delay the right choice one more time. So next time you're stuck between what feels comfortable and what you know needs to happen, don't ask, "What do I feel like doing?" Ask, "What will tomorrow's version of me wish I had done today?" Then do the smallest brave thing. Get out of bed. Open the document. Press submit. Send the honest message. Because your life usually doesn't change through one huge, fearless decision. Sometimes it changes the moment you stop letting "not today" make every decision for you. Okay, look, I know all of this sounds incredibly easy when somebody says it from the outside. Get out of bed, open the document, send the message, just begin. Wow, revolutionary. Knowing what needs to happen does not automatically give you the energy, nor does it give you the confidence or courage to do it. You're human. You get tired. You overthink. You even have days where even the smallest task feels like it arrived carrying luggage. And nobody gets every decision right. The real hurdle begins when you decide that you need to feel absolutely ready before you move. You tell yourself you're waiting for motivation, that perfect little rush where everything suddenly feels exciting and easy. I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna have energy. I'm gonna know exactly what to do. And naturally, your playlist will be incredible. Take losing weight, for example, now, guys. You decide you're finally serious. Great. First, you need gym clothes. Not the clothes already sitting in your wardrobe. No, of course not. You need the outfit that says, "I drink water, wake up at 5, and understand protein." Then you need a cute bottle, a proper gym bag. You need the perfect headphones, a workout playlist, a beginner routine, a meal plan, a gym membership comparison spreadsheet that somehow has more research than your actual school assignment. You then decide Monday feels more official. And look at you. You've built an entire fitness brand without doing one squat. And this is why preparation can be tricky. It feels productive, huh? You're researching, planning, buying things, watching videos about the thing. Your mind gets to feel involved without facing the uncomfortable part, actually being new at it. Because preparation can make you feel busy. Starting is the part that makes it real.